Welcome in, everybody, to the Davis Brothers Roofing 200 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Wonderful track. Excited to get it to you. Should be a really fun track here. High lines, low lines. This track has it all. Going to be a one-man show today for now. So I'm in the booth with James. James, how you doing? Doing good. So we're going to go ahead. The first things we're going to do is we're going to get our winner from last race in here. We had to put on YouTube. They raced in I Road America last week. I'll go ahead and pull him in. Hey, Matt, it's James in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, so I figured I'd get you in here. First things first, congratulations on the win last week. Really good battle, bro.
Yeah, it was a great battle with the other driver there. He's a great road course racer. Fought him in the Xfinity Series too. He's really good, really good. I think he ended up getting a speeding penalty though, and that's what ultimately gave us the win there. But great fast driver.
Yeah, he was super fast. Unfortunately, I got to watch the replay yesterday, so that was a super good time. Watching you guys battle out, and I saw that penalty, I was like, oh man, that freaking sucks for him. But hey, worked out for you. You pit at the same time, able to pass him there in the pits. How surprised were you to catch that?
I knew he had some problems. He came on the mic at one point. It was talking to somebody, so I thought he had some damage. Maybe he was taking that. And I saw he was just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. And then I was like, well, it's gonna come down to a consistency battle. At least I won in that regard there. So
definitely, that's the key for these cup cars at road courses. A lot of people don't take those yellows, so consistency paid off.
Mm-hmm.
But man, congratulations. Who would you like to thank? I know hopefully, I'll get to talk to you at the end of the race. You can do it again.
Oh man, this track's not nearly as good as the road courses are for me, and even I'm not good at mile and a half, so this one's even a more troubling time for me. So, but I mean, like to thank Forge Line, Skull Sim Gear, Track Racer, Redline Oil. It's really cool to have all these names kind of with the team and helping us out with other things. So it's really cool to have them on board.
Yeah, definitely. And well, congrats on the win. That's 2 for the year, so you're tied with Joe Stafford for the playoff or the regular season championship. So good luck out there today. Hopefully that handles for you, and we don't have any broken pieces of asphalt like they do in the real race. But it's looking like we should have good weather.
All right. Well, see, we have some good luck today.
Yep. And where do you want me to put you back to?
Fuel filler.
All right. Get him back up there. That was Matt Baker with Filled Filler Racing, your winner of last week's race at Road America. There we go. Next, we're going to bring in Austin Story. Hey, Austin, it's James in the booth, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty well. Sorry I didn't really give you the warning there. I just pulled you in.
All right.
But, hey, congratulations on your third place finish last week. How did that feel? A hard-fought battle for sure.
Kind of disappointed, but I knew I was going to get the result. Didn't have the best setup that week, but yeah, I think I did all right.
Yeah, you did. You did just fine, man. You beat out a lot of good racers on the track. I know at road courses, it's hard to do that because you lose a little bit of time and you don't ever get it back. So, congratulations on that. Hopefully, I'll talk to you at the end of this race as well. But who do you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out or talk about the race in general?
Yeah, the race was kind of boring, like pretty much all our road course races.
Hey,
everyone
just
gets stressed out, but it's all right. It's all right.
It's fun though, right? It's what we do. We do.
Yeah,
it for
it's
that.
fun. It's really fun.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your. You gonna stay in the back today?
Definitely gonna just stay in the back for a couple laps. This week in officials, Atlanta has been very, very crazy, so I'm not gonna take any chances.
There you go. All right, man. Well, again, congratulations on your podium. Definitely helps you in the playoff picture. And I'm gonna put you back up there. Whose team do you want to go back to?
GPM, please.
All right, can do. Thanks for talking to me, Austin.
All right, see ya. Thank you.
So that was Austin Story with GPN Racing. He finished third yesterday, and whoever finished second, which was James Howard. I can't find him in here. But he did finish second. Unfortunately, had some issues there in the pits. So that will be that. That's all she wrote for him. So let's go ahead and get things started here. We're going to be at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'll go ahead and show you guys that again. As Adam Williams, a newcomer. I don't think I've said that name before. He's out front. So we are Atlanta, 24-degree banking on absolutely terrible tracks. A terrible asphalt surface. A lot of bumps for these drivers. It takes a lot of muster to get these things going and carry all those bumps through and see your car to the end. So definitely keep an eye on that, as well as 1.5, 200 miles here, so about 133 laps. As we see, we are ready to grid up. Track temperature is 107, so tires, something to look at as well. So let's go ahead and go through, let everybody get gridded up here. They're going to take their parade lap, and while they're doing that, I'm going to adjust something in here. So bear with me, folks, as I get this started.
We go on leader or inside.
We're going to make sure our driver chat is in the right place. Sometimes we don't like you guys hearing that driver's chat. Of course, it's not a problem here. Voice chat. So we are going to get rolling here. Adam Jones taking your pole position with a 30.108. This is Adam Williams. Joe Stafford in second place, about 0.07 seconds behind him. Corey Stansel starting off that second row with Ryan Samuelson. Jamie Knopp in fifth. Daniel Simmons in sixth. Matt Baker seventh. Nicholas Breidenbach eighth. Mike Contino in ninth place. 10th place, of course, is Raymond Root. David Love in 11th. Seba Cornez in 12th. Chad Sanner 13th. Randy Spivey going to inherit 14th. Barrett Coffey 15th. Robert Nestor 17th. Brian Tarnowski in 18th. 19th is going to be Jeff O'Rourke. Chris Claude in 20th. In 21st, we've got Lauren Jones. I'm sorry, Matthew Gaskins. In 21st, if we can find him, I guess he did not pit up. He's going to start from the grid, or start from the back. Lauren Jones in 22nd. J.C. Gibson's in 23rd. Dean Weeks in 24th. Devin Medeiros, 25th, starting from the pits. 26th, Dave Regal. 27th, Benjamin Harp. 28th, Derek Jacobs. 29th, Josh Ward, starting from the pits. 30th is Austin Story. 31st, Marty Roberts. So we see if we're going to... Yeah, we're not going to get the green. Thank God. 32nd is going to be Donnie Gadden. 33rd, Kevin Rourke. And Steve Dardaris. starting from the pits as well. So there we go. Joe Stafford on your outside lane of Adam Williams. Adam Williams going to lead him around for the last time here. As those pace lights are off. In that Ford Fusion. Should be a really good race here. This will be the last race at Atlanta with this current configuration. They're going to be updating the banking, making it a little bit smaller track, maybe for some two-lane racing there. As we got Adam Williams going to be bringing him around in that 43 car. As pace car is off. Green flag is out. Adam Williams going to bring him around. Joe Stafford behind him. Corey Stansel keeping his third place. Ryan Samuelson in fourth. Jamie Knopf in fifth. See everybody trying to decide what line to use, lining out, making sure they can be in the correct position. Wherever the leader is, that's where you're going to be. As we got 3 wide there. Ryan Samuelson taking it 3 wide. Getting right up against the safer barrier there. So we are 3 wide. Ryan Samuelson, Matt Baker, Jamie Knopf, and of course Raymond Root. Don't count him out as we got back in the back. Other movement. Oh, as we're wrecking. Oh, everybody getting involved. Matt Baker from the front. A lot of debris there. A lot of people in the wall. Let's see what happened. Is Matt Baker involved? So let's see. It started off with Jamie Knopf. I'm sorry, that was the 43. So that started a little bit earlier. There's a lot going on right there. Out of turn 4. You see Adam Williams getting high as well. After, let's see, Jamie Knopf also getting involved. Collecting the 16 of Seba Cornez. And in the back there, everybody. And while all of this is going on, Matt Baker gets turned around. Able to wheel and deal and save that car. So everybody trying to avoid coming back up the track. Turns Matt Baker. And then, of course, back in the field. Everybody's spreading out. Super wide track. Super able to get by some people, luckily. So Joe Stafford able to come out on top. Ryan Samuelson, Raymond Root. Of course, your big loser there, unfortunately, is going to be Adam Williams. As Adam has left the building on that one. In that 43 car. Very unfortunate for him. Our pole sitter, Seba Cornez, another one. A little bit of damage. Jamie Knopf. So let's get a ticker up there. How about that? So you can see what's going on. as we are lined up here. 1 to go. So pace lights off. Joe Stafford going to be taking the green flag. No surprise there, as Joe has done this many times in this league. Of course, Ryan Samuelson, Raymond Root, a couple of guys that are really used to this. Used to being there, so let's make sure we got used to being up front. There he goes, Joe Stafford going to lead the field around. Raymond Root, Ryan Samuelson back in the field. Let's take a look back here as we see some passing going on, some racing on the track. Of course, there's Matt Baker, who had been working through the field, caught up in that accident, and luckily able to get away without too much damage. And up front, we've got Joe Stafford being passed by Raymond Root. So we're going to see which line here is going to develop the best. Get a lot of momentum coming off that top. So it's going to take a lot of give and take here with all drivers, because you can get passed on the top, and people aren't used to that. So Raymond Root inheriting your lead in that 69 car. Joe Stafford in second, but let's look at Jeff O'Rourke up 11 positions. He is moving through the field. Coming up on Barrett Coffey, and then back in the back, a little bit farther back, we got Austin Story trying to work through the field. Oh, as we got the car getting loose down there. That's going to be Brian Tarnowski getting a little bit loose, going to that flat banking. As Nicholas Breidenbach up in 6th place. As we are fighting and jockeying for position here, Barrett Coffey battling Jeff O'Rourke. Both of these guys moving down the field, as we got Matt Baker going to the inside of Chad Sanner. You always count on Matt to be making moves here. He has entered this league, I think, about 4 races and already has 2 wins under his belt. Just trying to get that requirement to make it to the playoffs. As later on, Marty Roberts Jr. in a side-by-side battle here with J.C. Gibson. In that 55 car, Marty Roberts. Austin Story trying to get mixed up as well. They're going to use the high line to that advantage, take it high. Marty Roberts going to keep fighting there. Keep trying to battle. As J.C. Gibson ducking out there, taking the bottom line. Maybe holding off to fight another day. It's got a long race here, as we also got Randy Spivey and Jeff O'Rourke. And, of course, Matt Baker getting in there as well. So you got Raymond Root. Ryan Samuelson has also passed Joe Stafford. Maybe Joe's saving a little bit for the end. Daniel Simmons and Corey Stansel in 5th. And Nicholas Breidenbach rounding out your top 5. As Barrett Coffey is trying to hold off Randy Spivey, the 4 and the 22 here battling. Of course, guys, this is the Davis Brothers Roofing 200. Of course, that is brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. Davis Brothers Roofing, based in Tennessee. They do commercial and residential roofing since 1983. You can give them a call if you're in the greater Tennessee area. Get your roof done. I know we're in that season, so be sure to get it taken care of. We got that leaky holes all up in there. As Nicholas Breitenbach getting passed by Barrett Coffey. Joe Stafford falling back another position to 5th place. Daniel Simmons is going to pass him. As Raymond Root is all but checked out there. He's about a half second. So he's not quite checked out. So you have these high downforce packages, so kind of easier to keep these cars on the road. Corey Stansel 3rd, Daniel Simmons 5th. Joe Stafford holding off Barrett Coffey, and of course Matt Baker, which is a force to be reckoned with. He is fighting through the field here. Back a little bit farther, we got Jeff O'Rourke getting into the wall a little bit, trying to test that high line out, test it too far. Gets taken out. Lauren Jones in that Cheetos 11 car, passing in 27 to J.C. Gibson. So many lanes on this racetrack, so many places to go as we see Matt Baker looking at Joe Stafford on the inside. As we have got some people entering pit lane. I don't know what happened there. Where's Matt Baker going to the inside of Joe Stafford, trying to get back up to that top 5. Joe is not going to make it easy for the number 98 Chevy. He's going to hold on that top line. We've got racing all through the field here. Let's see if he's going to make it door to door. Is Joe Stafford and Matt Baker. These guys both 2 wins apiece. Don't really have anything to worry about as far as playoffs are concerned. But we've also got Daniel Simmons and Corey Stansel in those identical cars. Teammates battling it out for 2nd and 3rd, as well as teammates for 1st and 2nd. But let's go back and see. Yep, Matt Baker is going to affect that pass, but Corey Stansel trying to hold off Barrett Coffey. As Barrett trying that high line, going to split the teammates up here of Daniel Simmons and Corey Stansel. It's Randy Spivey making a pass on Chad Sanner. As these guys are battling as well. We got battles all over the place. Everybody trying to make position, trying to figure out when they want to pit, when they want to take their opportunities to make their passes, take their tires. As Matt Baker now has his sights set on Corey Stansel. We are playing a drinking game, folks. Every time I say Matt Baker's name, go ahead and take your adult beverage, because I feel like I'm going to be saying it a lot here. Another story of the race, Austin's story. Coming up on Robert Nesser and Randy Spivey. Going to see if he can split them. This was a 3rd place finisher at Road America. Seeing what he can do. So he's going to go to the bottom of the number 22 car. I'm sorry, the 12 car. Robert Nestor's got 22 up next. He said he was trying to fight his way through the field. He's going to let it line out. just hope his car has the speed to pass. Of course, we got some racing back in 23rd. Brian Tarnowski, Jeff O'Rourke. These guys battling it out. Brian trying to get some spots back after getting loose, as well as Jeff O'Rourke got in the wall earlier, testing that high line out, getting some marbles. As the number 63, Josh Ward, goes a little bit off track, helping out with the landscaping there. As Chad Sander gets a little bit out of sorts. Another battle back here, everybody going out. So Raymond Root about to get into, he's got a while before he has to worry about lap traffic, but he does have Ryan Samuelson, his teammate, there in his back window. Oh, Ryan Samuelson getting a little loose. That's going to give Daniel Simmons and Barrett Coffey a way up. That is a loose car coming out of turn 3. I'm sorry, turn 2. As Raymond Root doesn't like to see it for his teammate, but that's going to give him the space that he needs to kind of keep running that bottom line, keep saving the tires as much as you can. As checking in on Austin Story, now up 21 positions to 9th place. Okay, come and see Joe Stafford losing another position on the bottom. Maybe to make some adjustments when he comes in. The sun is setting here at Atlanta, so they will have some little bit of relief in the tires, change the setup a little bit. As Nicholas Breidenbach's going to complete that pass. And Austin Story looking to come up next. We got a 5-car battle here. J.C. Gibson, Dean Weeks, David Love, Lauren Jones, Chris Claude. All these guys trying to get a view of what is fast right now. We're on board with Chris Claude. Looking at the back of that Cheetos 11. Just kind of gives you an idea of it's hard to find a lane to pass because both lanes can be fast. As SDK's having a little bit of trouble there. So Austin Story passing Joe Stafford, now looking at Nicholas Breidenbach. Matt Baker kind of slowed down here as he's going to pass Seba Cornez, who is a lap car. First one fighting for your lucky dog position. They've got a while till they're going to catch another lap car that is also looking for that. As Daniel Simmons is taking the lead while I wasn't paying attention. Ryan Samuelson, Barrett Coffey, Raymond Root falling to 4th. Let's take a look back at that. As Daniel Simmons passed Raymond Root for P1. going back. This is Daniel Simmons' pass as Raymond Root goes to block Ryan Samuelson. Daniel Simmons able to take that advantage. But where exactly did the pass for the lead happen? As Raymond Root gets split both sides, Daniel Simmons comes out on top. Let's see the Seba Cornez. Is he going to get involved? He is not. And that is how Daniel Simmons took your lead. Barrett Coffey following him through. Hate that I missed that for you guys. We got to see it there. Go and check back in with Joe Stafford. Down 8 positions. Maybe something wrong in that car. Maybe some setup not working for him as Dalton Mobley is going to pass J.C. Gibson. This is the group with Chris Claude, David Love, Lauren Jones, all these guys. As Ryan Samuelson as we've got no caution. Raymond Root involved in something. Wow, we got a wreck here. So let's see what happens, starting with Raymond Root's accident, or Corey Stansel. So let's take a look here. Oh no, Raymond Root going high. Does not get a yellow. See who follows him up, finishes out. Oh no, and just unfortunately loses it coming out of the pits, trying to make it, not able to control that. The 81, I'm sorry, is that the 21? No, that's the 81. 61, Mike Contino involved in that as well. Let's take a look at where Raymond Root is at in all this. We'll take a look at pit road first right now. As your battle off pit road is won by Daniel Simmons, Ryan Samuelson, Austin Story, Matt Baker, and Barrett Coffey. Joe Stafford in 6th. Nicholas Breidenbach in 3rd. So I want to see that Raymond Root accident one more time here. As it looks like the 91, let's see, cockpit view. See, the 91 just gets a little bit loose. Unfortunately, that's all it's going to take to get those flaps up on Raymond Root's 69 machine. Just holding that wheel. Unfortunate for them. As Raymond Root also getting it going there. Of course, there's no yellow here right in front of the flag man. NASCAR decided not to throw the yellow. That's an iRacing issue. It was on the apron. There's really not much he can do there. course, Austin Story up 27 spots. He is your on-target performance group highest mover right now. Of course, we talk about on-target performance all the time, but I just want to remind you, they will improve your business performance and business profitability. I own a small business. You can't wear all the hats, so definitely something to keep an eye on is getting these, taking a look at On-Target Performance Group. Holler at them. They can help lower your business cost and get you on track for, more importantly, continuing your business improvement. So be sure and give On-Target your attention if you are a small business owner, even a middle business owner, or a large business owner. They can help out everybody. We all need that help sometimes as small business owners. But Austin Story up 27 positions so far. Absolutely insane. Meteoric rise up to 3rd position. If you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, be sure and holler at us. Let us know who you're rooting for. Who you're rooting for, who you want to see more of. What we're here for you. These guys at SNN, Sunday Night NASCAR, love to put on a really good show. Week in and week out, Sundays at 7:30 Central, as Daniel Simmons is going to avenge his partner and take the green flag here in that 46 car. There he goes. Daniel Simmons taking the green. Everybody lining out behind him. Austin Story getting a really good jump on the inside. Ryan Samuelson not so much. That outside line, as everybody's going to get rolling. Take a look back there as Matthew Gaskins having some problems starting out. I'm sorry, that's 7 of Derek Jacobs. But Daniel Simmons, Austin Story, Ryan Samuelson, your top 5. Including Matt Baker, of course. Can't leave Matt Baker out of the equation. He won't let you. It's Chad Sanner leading the second group as we got Nicholas Breidenbach able to make it. Who is that? Josh Ward? No, that is 32. Brian Tarnowski getting a little bit of loose there. Oh, getting into the back of Marty Roberts Jr. Raymond Root trying to go the way of Matt Baker and split this field up. As we have another incident. See what happened. Oh no. Matthew Gaskins, Jamie Comp, Derek Jacobs, all those guys involved in that. Like the 7 car just gets a little loose, comes in, takes him out. That is no caution right now. Take a look at Siva Cornez as he's coming through here. This is what he sees. Sees it coming, gets off the gas. Able to get through there with a fresh pair of pants. That's an on-target performance, I'm sure. Of course, can't forget about Outcast Sim Paint. Says Randy Spivey. We're just working on getting through there in the 63. Josh Ward. So Daniel Simmons, Ryan Samuelson, Joe Stafford, your top 3. Matt Baker coming into 4th now, passes Barrett Coffey in the 4 car. that Busch 4 car. Chad Sanner, Dalton Mobley, Austin Story getting shuffled back to 8th place. Not sure when that happened. Maybe setup issue there. I don't see any damage. Nicholas Breidenbach, we got some good racing for you folks for 10th as Josh Ward is fighting off David Love and Robert Nestor. Can't forget about Raymond Root. Of course, Raymond Root is our Outcast Sim Paints car. Check out that car, very detailed, very awesome paint. They do a good job at Outcast Sim Paints. They can paint these cup cars up nice. Also, any sprint cars you got going on, any dirt, if you like to get dirty in the mud of the dirt track racers, give them a shout. They can get you looking good when you're in victory lane. Of course, Raymond Root is no stranger to that. So he's going to pass Josh Ward here. Sorry, David Love in that Mountain Dew car. Good racing all the way through the field. Hard to pick a spot to focus on. This is your battle for 13th now. Good battle here. As you can really see the struggle of finding a lane. It's hard to find something fast as Austin Story. Joe Stafford making some adjustments, able to get that car back where he wants it. He's in 6th place right now. Looking at Nicholas Breidenbach, Austin Story also recovering from possibly getting loose earlier. He's going to make the pass on Joe Stafford. With Josh Ward now trying to get to the inside. So interesting that not really many people are trying to make that high line work for passes. We saw that a lot in the NASCAR race this morning. Everybody trying to favor that middle to low line. As Joe Stafford just trying to get as low as possible after not being able to get the momentum coming off the turns. He would hope. Keep an eye on the number 9 and the 63. They are riding right now. Alan Henson, I agree with you. Let us take a look. That is the number 9 of Donnie Gatton. And the 93. Can't find him. 63. So Donnie Gatton and the 63 of Josh Ward definitely moving. Josh Ward up 22 positions, only second best to Austin Story. Up 22 positions, but Austin is making his way up there. Not to be up front, we do have a battle for the lead. Ryan Samuelson caught Daniel Simmons. Let's see what he's got for him as we have 55 laps completed of 130, almost at the halfway point. As Raymond Root goes into pit lane. Possibly an issue, mechanical issue there. Daniel Simmons, his teammate Ryan Samuelson, Raymond Root's teammate, I'm sorry, still up there battling. And of course, Matt Baker has made it to your top 3, followed by Barrett Coffey. And farther back, Josh Ward and Joe Stafford battling. Joe Stafford finally giving that bottom line a try. He's able to make a move on Josh Ward. Let's see if he can keep that going. As Josh holding that middle high line. So the fastest line in the race today was the high line out of the sim. Because you were able to get that momentum and make it work out to where you can beat out that bottom line. Looks like Joe Stafford and Josh Ward are having a battle. There's Ryan Samuelson maybe using it up a little bit too much, trying to get to Daniel Simmons. We are getting into that spot. They last pitted at lap 36. You got some people coming in right now. But the leaders last pitted lap 36. So if they want to cut this race into thirds, they're going to be coming in here shortly, probably around lap 70. As Dalton Mobley has Austin Story breathing down his neck. So here you have it, a battle for, what is this, 7th place. Chad Sander, Joe Stafford, Josh Ward also involved, Nicholas Breidenbach. Going just about 3 wide, the 24 taking it low on the number 63 there. As Seba Cornez, I actually want to focus on this battle. These guys are battling for the lucky dog position. Seba Cornez, Dave Riggle, trading shots, trying to focus on getting the lucky dog. Both of them running pretty far behind, maybe trying to get to where they can come in for some fuel if something happens. Of course, they've got the leaders coming up on them. Daniel Simmons and Ryan Samuelson. Of course, this group is breaking up in a little bit. Nicholas Breidenbach, as we're going to see, these guys are battling. But we're going to see as the leaders come up how it's going to affect their race. As Daniel Simmons passes his teammate there, who's also a lap down, in the 18 of Jamie Knopf. And Jamie, let me know if I pronounced your name incorrectly. I'm sure I did because I've said it differently a couple times. Just let me know in the chat. Also, just a reminder, Butt Kicker is also a very faithful sponsor of the Davis Brothers Roofing Sunday Night NASCAR Series. So be sure and give them your patronage. They add a extra kind of element to your racing when you're iRacing or playing other games. Even watching movies, what it does is it pretty much induces bass into your seat in a way that kind of lets you feel the race car, feel the rumbling of the race car, feel the explosions of the action movie. If you happen to watch Black Widow on Disney, I know we all are all up in that Marvel in my house. But Butt Kicker kind of gives you a little extra kick and gets you into that realm of the movie. So something worth checking out. Even if you're a racer, it adds that extra dimension to your race where thousandths of a second can win you a race. Give them a shot. As we got Matt Baker and Nicholas Dalton Mobley, I'm sorry, that look like Nicholas Bridensbeck's Rainbow Warrior car. There it is. It's Dalton Mobley. Let's see if Jeff O'Rourke and Dave. So Dave Regal and Seba Cornez have kind of calmed it down for that lucky dog spot with our leaders coming up. So not going to be an issue there. As we are looking at our pit window coming up. See what these guys decide to do in 1 and 2. Whether you're going to come into pit, whether these guys behind him, they've got this Daniel Simmons and Ryan Samuelson have a 3-second lead on Barrett Coffey, Matt Baker, and Dalton Mobley behind them. As we got Austin Story and Chad Sanner. That's a lap car. Austin Story in that lap car fighting it out. It's going through the field here. Fantastic racing. I wish I could cover it all. As Lauren Jones, these races kind of breaking out all the way through the track. Chris Claude in 20th position. Back there, he's had a couple good battles. Dave Regal, Seba Cornez battling for that lap position as Daniel Simmons is going to pass that 21 car, Dave Regal, put him a lap down. Like I said, if you would like us to focus on your driver for a little bit, best way to do that is let us know who you're rooting for. Give him a cheer for him, like the stream, all that good stuff. As we got Josh Ward as a fan in YouTube, as well as the number 9 car of Donnie Gatton. Both these guys having a good race so far. Donnie Gatton up 16 positions, so he started from the pits and then got to the middle of the field. So Donnie Gatton, Josh Ward, both up 16 positions. Of course, your highest, fastest mover, Austin Story, up 24 positions. A lot of these guys up front did not start here. Daniel Simmons started in 6th position. Ryan Samuelson started in 3rd. But Barrett Coffey, coming from the middle of the field, started 16th. Matt Baker, of course, no stranger to the front. He started 7th. Dalton Mobley, 15th. Austin Story, though, started 30th position. He's up 24 spots. We're focused on him so much. We talked to him. He said he was going to just hang back, let everything try and sort itself out in this first couple laps, as we are about halfway done with this race, a little past halfway. And that strategy has worked out for him, staying out of a couple accidents, up 24 spots. Chad Sander up 6 spots. Devin Medeiros up 17 positions. So another thing to keep in mind here, of course, is the playoff picture for Sunday Night NASCAR. Joe Stafford, of course, your points leader and your wins leader. He has 2 wins. Look at that, Joe Stafford. And then, of course, Raymond Root. Ryan Samuelson, another one with 2 wins, as Raymond seems like he's out of the race right now. Ryan Samuelson with 2 wins. Matt Baker in 4th position with 2 wins. So pretty much your playoff, the ones that are fighting for a playoff position. Chris Claude is in 16th. Lauren Jones, he's in 15th right now, so a good finish here could propel him to where he needs to be. And Mike Contino. Mike finding himself out of the race right now, so that's going to hurt his points position. Dean Weeks and Nicholas Breidenbach. So a good finish by Nicholas Breidenbach and Dean Weeks could get them in to the playoffs. What they don't want is they don't want Daniel Simmons to win this race. I believe this is Daniel's first race, if I am not mistaken, with them. And if he wins and decides to follow it out, that'll be another win that's locked into playoffs, pushing out another points contender. So that's something that's on all these guys' minds, is hoping that number 46 car is able to not make his obligation to race in the league to compete in the playoffs. It looks like the only battle going on right now is Joseph Stafford and Robert Nestor. Of course, Lauren Jones again trying to get them points, get him a little bit farther in the playoff picture, a little bit safer. Nicholas Breidenbach trying to work his way in on points in 9th position. Chris Claude defending the last spot. Just trying to stay clean, get out there, get some points. As we're going to do a turn it up. As we're going to come into the pits here, we're going to do a turn it up. Be sure and crank up your phone, crank up your tablet, whatever you got going on. We're going to do it on our end as well so we can get that awesome bass, especially if you got you a butt kicker. This is where you're going to feel it. So be sure and turn it up. as that was what Turn It Up was made for. You hear Joe Stafford coming in with barely enough fuel, trying to hold out for a yellow flag, unable to get one. Unfortunate for him, but you got to take those risks. You got to try and get in there and see what you can do. Of course, Joe Stafford having a little bit of issue finding speed, but he is out of the pits. He is in 12th position now. Nicholas Breidenbach in 8th position. Devin Medeiros 7th. Dalton Mobley 6th. Austin Story, your top 5. Matt Baker, Barrett Coffey, and Ryan Samuelson in 2nd. Of course, Daniel Simmons having an absolutely phenomenal run in the pits, able to get in and out very quickly. He's got 5 seconds on the next closest, which is Ryan Samuelson. Everybody else pretty spread out, more or less. Matt Baker looking at catching Barrett Coffey for a podium. Austin Story in 5th. Remember, SNN is brought to you by a lot of good sponsors. On Target Performance Group is watching Matt Baker go to the bottom. Getting up in front of, doing the slide job on Barrett Coffey. We'll see if Barrett Coffey's going to pay him back in kind here, if he's able to get up to him. As this is your battle, lap 92 of 130. Matt Baker, Barrett Coffey battling for a podium. So you don't get much closer than that, folks. Barrett Coffey trying out that high line. Unable to make it happen there. We'll check back in with him after we get Matthew Gaskins off track. Let's take a look at what happened with that. Matthew able to take it to the inside, coming down pit road. Great sportsmanship, as always, by Matt Gaskins. But going back up there, Barrett Coffey and Matt Baker, and then Nicholas Breidenbach passing Chad Sanner. Nicholas Breidenbach on a tear. Trying to get those points. He's going to let Chad Sanner on by. He's going to live to fight another day. Most of your pit cycles have been completed. Everybody should be able to make it from here on out. We shall see as Nicholas Breidenbach's fading back. Josh Ward's going to pass him. Another one needing to get into playoffs, up 20 positions so far. Austin Story, of course, your on-target performance fastest mover with 25 spots gained since he started. But, you know, on target performing, their tagline, know your cost, know your profit. And what does that mean? That means on target performance specializes in identifying where profit is earned and lost by focusing on their cost. So very important if you're in a small business, something always to keep an eye out. Where you're spending your money, where it's going. Same way in life, as Matt Baker is spending his money on speed, catching Ryan Samuelson after he made short work of Barrett Coffey with the slide job. Let's see, as Ryan Samuelson getting involved, there's a lot of traffic. Everybody is spread out right now. As Joe Stafford is going to work on Donnie Gatton. With Ryan Samuelson working on lap traffic. About 5 seconds back from your leader. Everybody is all spread out, as you can see by our track map. Of course, that is our Outcast Sim Paints track map. Kind of painting a picture of where to find everybody on the track. See Ryan Samuelson coming into a gaggle of lap traffic, which is what Matt Baker wants to see. This is going to come down to who can navigate lap traffic the best, as we see Ryan Samuelson, Matt Baker, and Barrett Coffey all within a couple seconds there for third. Of course, Josh Ward and Nicholas Breidenbach. Nick trying to make some points back up on Josh Ward. As Daniel Simmons is having no issue cutting through lap traffic, which Ryan Samuelson wants to see him taking as much time as possible getting through here. Unfortunately, it's just not happening for him. As he's coming into lap traffic of his own, of course, Matt Baker having some issue with a lap car. That's going to give Barrett Coffey enough time to get up there. That is the 32 car, Brian Tarnowski, trying to stay as close as possible to keep that lucky dog position. So he's going to lose it to David Loges now. So Barrett Coffey trying to go underneath Matt Baker. You learned that move from him earlier. A little bit of a lap traffic. Oh, as we got turn 3. Marty Roberts Jr. Let's see what happens, as that is going to shake things up. That's the number 9 car. The number 9 of Donnie Gatton getting into Marty Roberts. We're going to see exactly what happened here. Looks like Donnie Gatton just coming down, didn't know he was that close. Gets into him. Oh, wow! Who is that? That is the 28 of Benjamin Harp coming in there and catching the back end of that. Absolutely nothing you can do in that. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Harp. As let's talk with let's see who we can pull up. Let's just pull in someone random. We got a shout out for Josh Ward earlier. Let's see if we can pull in Josh Ward. He's not. Let's pull in Donnie Gatton. No, I'm not going to do that. So let's get Josh Ward. Hey Josh, it's James in the broadcast booth. Sorry to pull you away. How you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. You having a meteoric rise. You're up 21 positions. You decided to pit. How is the race? How's the car feeling for you?
I was actually in a very heated discussion with my crew chief about this before you pulled me in, I would have liked a warning before you interrupted. But
I'm so sorry, Josh. I'm a
we
one-man
do
show right
have-
now, so I got you.
we getting tight about 30 laps in, and it's awful. And the only reason why I'm moving this fast is because I'm dropping back at the same speed as I am before, but they're calling the caution right as I start to fall back. So
Yeah, there you go. Well, you're having a great race, man. I'll let you get back to it. Good luck. I know you're pushing through, and you got a fan in the YouTube chat, so go get him, man.
thank you.
So that was Josh Ward with Function Autosport, telling us that he is working on strategy with his pit crew. Too much fun. He's up 21 positions. Really good run. Austin Story up 25. Donnie Gatton, his teammate, up 18 positions. Unfortunately involved in that last accident. As everyone here is battling. Got 104 laps of 130 completed. It's going to be 25 to go at the line when Daniel Simmons is going to bring him around. Ryan Samuelson, Matt Baker, Barrett Coffey, Austin Story, your top 5, Dalton Mobley, Devin Medeiros, Josh Ward, Chad Sandler, and Nicholas Breidenbach in your top 10. Pace lights are off as they're going to come around here in the Davis Brothers Roofing. .200. As Ryan Samuelson's going to get right up to that quarter panel here when he goes off. Like a shot, everybody has pitted, nobody on old tires. And here they go. Daniel Simmons going to bring him around. Ryan Samuelson on that outside lane. Matt Baker going to follow the leader right through. He's now battling Ryan Samuelson. It is Daniel Simmons' show. As Barrett Coffey getting absolutely door-to-door with Dalton Mobley. Dalton's going to complete the pass on the outside. Looks like that outside line has found its way back. Austin Story, 6th place. We're going to focus on this battle. As Matt Baker has passed Ryan Samuelson. Matt Baker, Daniel Simmons, these two are already up front together fighting. We'll see if they can continue. Dalton Mobley in 4th. Barrett Coffey in 5th. Austin Story in that 23 DoorDash car. That Toyota. Able to get underneath Barrett Coffey. Barrett Coffey pushed to the outside. Josh Ward, who we just talked to, watching this battle in front of him, trying to find out who to get behind. As he's got that 20 car intermittently to his inside. Oh, 21 car is going to come up a little bit. Needs to get out of it. This is the 20 and 21 car. Of course, he's got stuff going up behind, in front of, behind, everywhere around him. As up in front of him, Ryan Samuelson getting a little out of shape, getting pushed back to 3rd. Passed by Dalton Mobley. Where's Matt Baker keeping an eye on that leader? Going to try and take the bottom line. See if he's got it for the lead with 22 laps to go. Unable to get by him, but he's at that quarter panel. Let's see if he can side draft. Daniel Simmons has lost the lead for the first time in about 40 laps, folks, as he is pushed high. Matt Baker's going to slide up in front of him. The number 77, Dalton Mobley, also going to make his way through. Let's see if Daniel can stop the bleeding. Get some momentum off that high line. As Dalton Mobley staying under there, holding on to that inside line, hopefully not burning out his tires. You're still going to need them later on in the race. Not getting high enough up there to side draft. As Ryan Samuelson has to pick a horse to get behind here. Trying to look in front of him, see as we are neck and neck for second place. Of course, Matt Baker, not to leave him out of it. He has taken the lead. He's got that clean air. He is not battling anybody. As Samuelson now in fourth place. Looking to get to the inside of number 77. Oh, let's see if he's able to get up there and make the squeeze. Not able to make it happen. Close as it gets right there for Ryan Samuelson. He's going to keep trying. Holding on to that bottom line. Just has to get by him. And he's able to come up there and stop that momentum. That's what he's got to do. Is the number 77 car is on the other side of it. On the other side of that move, as here it is. Brian Samuelson's probably going to make it up here. Barrett Coffey also going to try and come back. Gets a little loose. Unable to complete it as Daniel Simmons is going to come across on Matt Baker. He's got to point just the right time. So Matt Baker, Daniel Simmons, Ryan Samuelson, all these guys top three fighting it out. As Ryan Samuelson's going to go to the inside of Daniel Simmons. See if he's going to have him clear. He does. He has him clear for second place as everybody up front is battling, showing what they can do with fresh tires all the way back. Dalton Mobley falling back. Josh Ward also taking advantage of him battling it out right there. He's made his way up to challenging for the top 5. As Daniel Simmons passes Matt Baker. Matt Baker gets pushed out of the optimal line. Ryan Samuelson, your new leader in that 81 car. Daniel Simmons and Matt Baker. We got a Ford, Toyota, and Chevy. 1, 2, 3 respectively. The next Ford that's going to be able to help out is Barrett Coffey. All these guys with wins, all these guys with nothing to lose going into it. Oh, is the number 4 car, 98, not clear. Not clear, number 98, Matt Baker. That is unfortunate for him. He's going to be pushed 3 wide by Josh Ward and Dalton Mobley. And up front, we still have a battle, but that's kind of edged everybody out, kind of giving everybody a chance to take a breather. As let's see what happened. Let's go to Barrett Coffey's view. He's trying to make a pass on the outside here. He's got the momentum to do it. And then Matt Baker not clear as he comes up. Gets into the wall. Luckily he's able to save it. So we're going to go live. We have a marker for a crash. Let's see what happened. Dalton Mobley. Dalton Mobley trying to push the 63. unfortunately, gets involved himself. Pushes that Chevy nose, notorious for sticking out. But that did not bring out a yellow. We are still green with Ryan Samuelson, Daniel Simmons, Barrett Coffey, your top three. Matt Baker fighting off Austin Story, as Austin's going to go underneath Matt Baker. Matt Baker possibly with some damage, as they're door-to-door there again. Got to use that side draft on that huge rear spoiler to get anything, but going back through the field, let's give these guys some love, as Donnie Gatton has recovered from his incident. Fighting off Chad Sander and Devin Medeiros. As this is your battle for 8th. Chad Sander trying under 9. 10 to go right now, folks. As these guys are all battling for points. Only about a month left in the series. It's about 4 races. So points are everything here. As this group of 5 is right in the middle of it. Lauren Jones, one of those battling for points. Donnie Gatton battling for points. Of course, up front, Barrett Coffey has passed Matt Baker a while ago. Austin Story working on him now. So Donnie Gatton. Of course, Joe Stafford and Josh Ward are battling underneath our noses for 6th place. As we have a yellow flag here, folks, this is going to change a lot of things. Devin Medeiros. Oh no, another car getting involved. Jamie Kampf. Oh, Nicholas Breidenbach. No, Nicholas Breidenbach. Looks like the 24 giving a little bit of a checkup. And getting caught up as the 18. Just an unfortunate move there. So now 7 laps to go. Ryan Samuelson, Daniel Simmons, Barrett Coffey, Matt Baker, Austin Story. It seems like everybody's coming in here. No fake outs for this one. Everybody in your top 10, it looks like an on, coming in here to get enough fuel to make sure they make it back. Dalton Mobley staying out. Possibly. Nope, he's going to go in as well. Let's see the race off of pit road. Who is it going to be? Everybody taking both lefts and rights. Ryan Samuelson beats him out. Austin Story, Matt Baker, Josh Ward, the number 9, Donnie Gatton. Lauren Jones getting out there as well. So there you have it, folks. Ryan Samuelson beats out Daniel Simmons out of the pits. Just 3/10 of a second faster in pit road gets him out. Austin Story passes Matt Baker. Joe Stafford makes up a lot of positions with that pit road strategy. Josh Ward, 63. Donnie Gatton. Chad Sander in 8th, Lauren Jones in 9th, Barrett Coffey in 10th. So no takers to try and stay out there, other than David Love. He's going to be in the middle of the field if he decides to stay out. Number 18, Jamie Knopf, just trying to keep things, get some laps, see if he can be in a position to help his teammate Daniel Simmons. So Ryan Samuelson, your P1, Daniel Simmons, P2, Austin Story, P3. So 4 laps to go here, folks. Ryan Samuelson going to lead them around. Pace lights coming off. Daniel Simmons, Austin Story, and Matt Baker. So let's go on board here with Daniel Simmons, as he's going to be watching your leader to see when he goes. As the nerves are on, it'll be a natural, well, it will not be close to a green-white checkered, but not quite, as we're going to have 3 laps to go as we come to the green flag. So no overtime yet. As here we go, they're off. Ryan Samuelson, Daniel Simmons, Matt Baker. Daniel Simmons getting a little loose, stuck on the outside. See if he's able to get back in front of Josh Ward. He is. That's going to give Austin Story second place with Matt Baker up top, as we got a car getting loose in the back. See if he can save it. He does. So here it is, folks. Ryan Samuelson going to do a little blocking. He's got Austin Story and Matt Baker, 2 very fast cars behind him. Joe Stafford, Daniel Simmons. As he is fighting 2 laps to go here. Matt Baker, Austin Story, side by side. Daniel Simmons, a second chance. Joe Stafford. Everybody involved. Everybody a chance at a podium, as we are getting a little bit loose here. That's going to be Austin Story. Austin Story gets into Lauren Jones. Those guys are wrecking. 2 to go. No yellow flag. Daniel Simmons going to come out of the chaos, inherent second. As we are wrecking again in turn 4. That's going to be Joe Stafford. Jeez Louise, folks. Let's go to where it started. Austin Story. Getting a bad touch there. And then Joe Stafford getting loose. Barry Coffey trying to help him straighten it out, unable to do so. That's going to put Joe in the wall. As we are going to be going to overtime. Ryan Samuelson, Daniel Simmons, Matt Baker. Names we've been saying the whole race, able to stay clean throughout that chaos. Josh Ward, another one coming from the back. Dalton Mobley, Donnie Gatton, teammates with Josh Ward, doing a fantastic job there. Chad Sander, Eric Coffey, David Love, and Joe Stafford round out your top 10. Hopefully Joe doesn't have too much damage on that 57 car. Of course, that's why you win races early in the playoffs, so you can get in there and make things happen and be able to rest. So we're going to be going to overtime here, folks. So Ryan Samuelson, definitely used to this. Used to starting out in this overtime. Going to have his hands full as Daniel Simmons has been leading as well. Matt Baker, of course, trying to take him back-to-back. He won last week at Road America. Talked to him earlier. Of course, Josh Ward maybe trying to pull something out. Back there in fourth. Don't count anybody out of it here, folks, as we're going to have one more overtime after this, if it is needed. It's the way NASCAR overtime works. Of course, you're going to take the green flag, take a lap. Then you're going to take the white flag, take a lap, and then we're going to take the checkered flag. And the next flag wins it after the white flag is thrown. So if there is a yellow and somebody's in the way, field is going to freeze. If not, they usually let them race it out. So 3 laps to go here, folks. One more pace lap away from some absolutely fantastic racing. Stick with us as we're going to go to NASCAR Overtime by Davis Brothers Roofing. So here we go. Ryan Samuelson, Daniel Simmons, Matt Baker, Josh Ward. Everybody going to be fighting here. Last chance to get that win. As Ryan Samuelson's going to just take off and go. Daniel Simmons, another bad start. Loses second place to Matt Baker. Josh Ward's going to capitalize, try and take the bottom line away from the 77. Dalton Mobley, 5th. So Josh Ward, Matt Baker. Josh Ward going to the bottom, able to make the bottom work. Let's see if he's going to try and slide up in front of Matt Baker. As behind him, everyone is corked up. Matt Baker stuck in the high line. The white flag. Oh, number 4 car, Barrett Coffey's going to get wrecked. Barrett Coffey gets wrecked, able to save it. Chad Sander, Don Gordon. The white flag is out. They're going to race it out. As Ryan Samuelson and Josh Ward battling. Daniel Simmons unable to make anything happen. Dalton Mobley in 4th. Matt Baker in 5th. As Ryan Samuelson wanted that to happen, he is going to step it out and take your checkered flag. Josh Ward, Daniel Simmons, Dalton Mobley and Matt Baker, your top 5. Chad Sanner, Donnie Gatton, Joe Stafford, Randy Spivey, and David Love finishing out your top 10. Unfortunately, Austin Story getting turned there. Unable to make it. Lot to unpack there, but let's go to Ryan Samuelson. As he's going to come around and burn it down. Hopefully we get a good show here. If I can control the camera. So he's going to take it all the way down the front stretch. Give him a show. From grandstand to grandstand. Outpacing our drone there. On that Bass Pro Shop 500 logo here at Atlanta Speedway. Helping out, mowing the grass. Absolutely fantastic driving by Ryan Samuelson. We're going to go ahead and get our top 3 interviews as we always do, as Brian's going to try and run over the drone there. He's going to park it on the checkered flag. So let's get him in here. Of course, Daniel Simmons. Take a look at that car and get him in here. Hey, Daniel, it's James in the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. I know it must sting, though. You had a fantastic race going up until that second to last caution there.
Yeah, it seems like I was a little bit better on long runs. Short runs kind of bit me. Been biting me about all week.
Yeah, but hey, 3rd place finish, seeing as what happened behind you, not a bad finish to the race at Atlanta. How was the car feeling on those restarts? And then pit strategy, how did that play into effect? Came out 5 seconds ahead of Ryan Samuelson on your last green flag pit, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, I got to apologize to him. I hit the wrong button going into the pits to let him know I was pitting and about took us both out there. But, no, I mean, the car was good on long runs. It a little tight there at the beginning, but seems like when everybody else started losing the right rear, I had pretty good drive up off the corners. Got to thank BC Workshops for that one.
Yeah, definitely. Fantastic race, as it turns out, and that's a beautiful looking 46. Wish your teammate could have made it there with you. I know he got involved in some incidents early, the number 18, but is there anyone else you want to shout out?
I just got to thank you guys for letting me in on this deal. And like I said, I got to thank BC Workshops and Jamie Knopf for letting me on his team.
Knopf, I'm glad you said it. I will remember it. So definitely a great race, man. Good 3rd place finish. I'm happy to have you in the league, and hopefully we can keep you around, man. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk to our 2nd place finisher, Josh Ward. Josh, I guess I gave you the broadcaster's good luck charm.
It sure does seem like it.
As he came and able to come up 27 positions up to 2nd place. How was the car? How did that finish feel going to overtime?
Car was absolutely horrible, but the cautions came out at the perfect time. It was so daggone tight. The only reason why I got around Matt, I believe, is because he had damage. Ryan, he was gone. I wasn't never going to catch him on that green white checker, but yeah.
I definitely, and that's a gorgeous looking green car. Very, very fluorescent. I love it. And how does teammate Matt Baker? How was racing against him?
Oh, well, he ain't my teammate. He blocked me a couple times. It wasn't very fun. I thought he was gonna get loose on top of him. He'll be all right though.
I'm thinking of Ryan
Donnie.
Samuelson. Donnie is your teammate, the number 9.
Donnie was my teammate, and Alan ain't here this week, but he was. We were both complaining about the car the whole time. I'm the one who built it. It's my fault. It's bad.
Well,
But,
it was obviously good enough for a second place finish, man. I think you did a good job.
Sure enough.
Well, is there anyone else you want to shout out and thank?
I believe my daddy's over there watching, and my mom too. I'll shout them out and thank them for watching and supporting.
Definitely. Well, again, good race, man. Got a lot of good points there, and then hopefully we'll see you in here next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, so next, of course, we're going to bring in your race winner, Ryan Samuelson. Ryan, fantastic job on the race, able to pull it out after a fantastic finish.
Yeah, it was a fun finish for sure.
So, how was the car handling? I know you were up in the top 3 pretty much the whole race, able to stay out of trouble.
Yeah, after a pretty hectic start, kind of got in the race rhythm. First run, the car was pretty tight afterwards, and once we got past, but I didn't know if I was gonna get by the 40. Sorry, he's a new guy, so I don't really remember. Once I got by the 46, yeah, there we go, my bad. Once I got by the 46, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to catch him after a certain run. I'd get to him, and then just couldn't. The air just bounced my car right off, and I couldn't really do anything. So it was me chasing his bumper for what felt like the whole race, getting kind of frustrating after a while, and then cautions hit, and I mean we had great short run speed, so take advantage of that. And the last restart, just try to time it right, throw everyone off, and sail out into the sunset.
Definitely, and that is what you did. Yeah, Daniel Simmons, don't feel bad. You're not the only one. Matt Baker, a teammate, everybody who got up to him couldn't really make anything happen with it, but you were able to take advantage of a couple of late cautions and really take that 81 car and give us a really good smoke show there at the end as well. I almost couldn't keep up in my drone.
Yeah, so again, 46, that was a really great battle with him throughout the race. It was a lot of fun. Frustrating, but a lot of fun at the same time. So I'll have to go talk to him in a bit and welcome him to the league, first of all, but say thanks for the fun racing. I thought he had it, honestly, like on the one restart, when Baker took the lead in 98, I was able to kind of get to the outside of the 46, and then I don't know why I was able to get by Baker so easily. It felt like I just was able to get by him, and then I'm like, okay, if I can keep the 46 behind me, I think I got this. And then carnage ensued.
Definitely. Well, I think you're the first to 3 wins in the season, so you're going to be the season points leader after this, I believe, with 3 wins.
Oh, sweet.
But congratulations on that. Congratulations on your win tonight. And who are you going to celebrate with? Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I'll probably celebrate with Baker. He helped me out a lot in that last restart. Probably grab a seltzer after a hard win.
There you go. Hard seltzer after a hard win, huh?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, man, and hopefully we'll see you in here next week, as always.
Yeah, I'll try. Thanks for having me. Great job. Single man crew tonight?
Yeah.
There's a lot of action throughout the entire race. I'm pretty sure that you couldn't stop talking.
Oh, it was hard. It was hard. A lot of good battles always with SNN, especially Atlanta's a really fun track, so it was hard to try and catch everybody, but hopefully y'all don't get too tired of my voice after watching it.
Yeah, that's all good, man.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep, we'll see you, Ryan. So that was Ryan Samuelson, your race winner. We're going to go ahead and get through the results, show you guys where everybody lined out. We got Ryan Samuelson, of course, in Field Filler Racing, winning, taking that number 1 position here at Atlanta. Josh Ward at Function Auto Sports in 2nd. Daniel Simmons coming in 3rd on the podium. Dalton Mobley 4th. Matt Baker 5th. Chad Sander in 6th. Donnie Gatton in 7th. Joe Stafford in 8th. Randy Spivey in 9th. David Lowe in 10th. Austin Story 11th. Brian Tarnowski 12th. JC Gibson 13th. Barrett Coffey in 14th. Robert Nestor 15th. Chris Claude 16th. Lauren Jones in 17th. And Nicholas Breidenbach in 18th. That's important positions there, 16th through 18th, with very high playoff implications. Seba Cornez in 19th. Marty Roberts Jr. 20th. Dave Regal 21st. Kevin Rourke 22nd. Devin Medeiros 23rd. Jamie Knopf in 24th. Dean Weeks 25th. Benjamin Harp 26th. Matthew Gaskins 27th. And in 28th, Jeff O'Rourke. Raymond Root getting involved in some issues early, 29th. Derek Jacobs in 30th. Mike Contino 31st. Corey Stansel 32nd. And Adam Williams, your pole sitter, unfortunately had an issue with his steering wheel. That is why he is 134 laps down. Very unfortunate for Adam Williams. Hopefully we'll see him back here next week. As he obviously had some speed. And Steve Darderis, I believe, doing your race control. Of course, always thank you to our race control in Steve Darderis for Sunday Night NASCAR. Brought to you by Davis Brothers Roofing. Of course, this was the Sunday Night NASCAR 200 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I have been talking to you the whole time. My name is James Riles with Sim Racing Media. Had a real fun time tonight calling this race, and we will see you next week. Of course, Sim Racing Media follows the regular season schedule of NASCAR. So next week, July 18th, 7:30 Central, they will be at New Hampshire Speedway. They're in New England, I believe. They're going to be in New England, so that'll be a good time. So be sure and check us out next Sunday at 7:30. And of course, always, you can find some good programming on Sim Racing Media. I have been James Riles, and take it easy. Hopefully we will see you in here next week.